Hi guys, how we doing? Welcome back to another video. So in the last video we finished off our Arduino PLC. Just noticed I added this little logo to make it a bit fancy, and I just need to change this to be called Arduino PLC. So what we're doing here is we're going through some SkyCAD tutorials. Basically we're making them just to go through my home PLC rig. So I've got this rig on my desk which I use for like PLC stuff that I want to do at home, and I figured I'd do some drawings on it. And so this series of videos is me basically showing you how I create electrical drawings in SkyCAD for free. So we've done quite a few. If you haven't seen those videos, like have a look on my page for the SkyCAD playlist, and then they're all in there. So what we're going to do in this video now is we're going to do network. So initially, when we first started drawings, I think in our first or second video, we made this little like picture to help me remember what I wanted to do. So let's delete all of these, and then I think what we're going to do is, can I delete, no, okay. What we're going to do is we should be able to actually generate blocks ourselves with, so just like how we generated PLC blocks here with our PLC inputs, we should be able to also now generate these same blocks but with Ethernet. So let's start. I mean, I want to start with the switch. Let's start there. So let's how do we want to do this? Do we have the switch in our parts list already? That's one question to say. Networking, there, that looks like it. Plug and play, 5 ports, 100-meter Ethernet switch. So I've got a link of it here. I don't know that it's Ruani or not, but yeah, I think this is the same. This is it, right? So 2, 4, 5 ports. Cool. So what I want to do now is I want to generate a block for this. So if I go to block generator, what do I do? Open. Okay, let's click on, so insert a list block. That's not what I want to do. Okay, that was it. Let's go to, so click here, show, and then we don't want to look at PLCs because we're not doing a PLC. We want to do components, and then NS1. So that's the component that we want to use. We then want to go to block generator, and I think either open component or generate block. Let's try generate block. That doesn't do anything. Open component. No, that's just opening that component. Open this in a new tab maybe, and then show connection ports, terminals, connectors. Alright, block generator, and then let's try. We want to add, so it's tricky with this network switch, I think, because are these top connectors or bottom connectors? I'm just going to go with, let's put 2 on top, 2 on bottom, I think. Although I want them side to side, but I think because we've used the IEEE standard instead of the IEC standard, I think you get top or bottom or left and right depending on which standard you pick when you first start SkyCAD. So let's add, maybe we just add all 4 to the, no, let's add them to the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So those are my 4 network ports. I think I'm not using this port here. I'm not sure why I'm not using it. I don't think it, in my mind, I think it's like a WAN port or a power over Ethernet port. I don't know if it acts as a normal Ethernet port. We'll add it in just for completion. So we've got our 4 ports there. I don't think we need to label them really, if I'm honest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is what they're already labeled, and that will come through when we generate the block. So if we click that now, click generate block, and then we're going to do network switch 5, let's say, because 5 ports. Pick what library it's going into, so it's going into networking. Click OK. So that's saved. We want to close it. Yes, we want to close it. And then, okay, so we're on our network. So now we come here, click there, and so just like how we defined our inputs and our outputs, SkyCAD now gives us a really nice sort of networking Ethernet port thing, which looks pretty good actually. And I went with bottom because I figured, you know what, I could either put the switch at the bottom there and then have the ports on top and have them coming upwards, or go port network switch downwards to the devices. So let's now, because we don't want to have, remember, if we don't link it, we'll have two parts in our on our BOM, and we don't want that. So if we open this here, we have NS1 and NS2. We just want to link them together. So if you click it, or actually let's come off the parts list and do it on here. Link with, over to power distribution, and just link to our NS1. And then we're gravy. So that's now NS1, that's linked. Now we want to probably bring over, we probably just want a block to indicate like our PLC, for example, and bring those in. So if we come to our Siemens PLC, and maybe we'll do this page here. So we've got our Siemens PLC here. I want to open that now and get to my IO again. I always struggle to get into this, so open a new tab. Nope, that's not the one. So click project, show components, and does it show? Yeah, it shows our PLC. Cool. So there's our PLC, and then we then do IOs. Okay, so we're into the PLC's IO. Now we want to add. Okay, it's not just IO, is it? Because this doesn't have our connection. So connectors, no. Connection ports. I think this is right. Yeah, cool. So this is our connection ports. So maybe we can hide this column. Yeah. So we've got one M. Why doesn't it have our L plus? That seems to be missing to me. L plus, L plus. So there's 3 L plus. Anyways, looks like our L plus is missing. So I'm gonna add just a networking port. I think we'll just add it onto the end. I wanted to add it somewhere where it made sense, but we'll just add it onto the end. So if we go to block generator and then add communication port, and S7-1200 PLC's Ethernet port is on the bottom. I'll show you over here. Okay, where's the PLC? Did I not spin this around? Okay, there you go. So it's on the bottom there, and so is the Arduino. So, and my PC, I guess, is on the top. Yeah, so my PC's one is on the top. That's fine. So we'll add connection port to bottom, and then we should just need to. What are the Siemens PLC connection ports called? Can't remember. That's it. They're called X1 P1. So X1 P1. And then we just click just this one connection port that we've added, or communication port that we've added. Was it communication port? I think it was. Yeah. Generate block, and then we just say S7-1200 network port. And then that will do for any S7-1200 that we're doing. And then we can stick that in networking again. Click OK. Click OK. Yeah, close that. Close. And then now, S7-1200 networking port. Click there. Now we've done our PLC. We just need to link it now. So, and you know, SkyCAD's pretty powerful, because I know a lot of drawings. I think pretty much every drawing I've ever seen, you never have a proper networking setup like this. It's usually just drawn in squares. But like we're actually going to have cable here linking, and that will show up in our BOM and everything, which is nice. So link with, and then we want to link it with our PLC. So that's linked now, PLC 1. And then now we can come over here to connections. And then what I want to do is so there's IO connection, cable connection, ground, shield, control connection. I don't know what the appropriate one to do is. I think I'm going to go IO connection. I don't know how happy I am about that. I can't remember what I've done previously. I seem to be misclicking a lot. It's just not letting me select certain things. Like, I want to double click on this line now. What's going on? Okay, let's delete that. Let's do... I don't want to do a ground connection. I know I don't want to do a ground connection. Oh, my SkyCAD's bugging out. I'm just going to close it quickly. This is not normal, but I don't see why I can't just select the wire. Wait, let me just confirm by doing a power connection. I've got a little wire there I want to get rid of, which I can't. Why can't I click on anything? Alright, 1 second. Alright, so I've restarted it. I'm not sure what's happening, but I couldn't select my connections anymore, but now I can, so it's fine. So what I think I did before was, and I don't know if it was a control connection, I don't actually know what the implications of cable connection. I feel like that will show up in my cable schedule instead of a wire, ground, shield, IO connection. I don't know the implications of what these, how they differ from a normal control connection. So I'm going to use a normal control connection, I think. And if I do this to here, then if I double click here, I can make it green, I think. Although sometimes it's, oh, I've been dragged down. Oh, what's happened? Okay. Double click. We can call it ETH1. And then there is a specific way of making it green. So this just makes it green on the bottom, I think. There is a way, which I can't remember now. How can I do this? How can I do this? Let's go. Let's flick. Always with SkyCAD, you just kind of flick through all the connections up here. I want to show that this is a different sort of wire. Connection tools. Set, explore connection, properties. There we go. Okay. And then drawing color. There you go. And green. So that's well annoying that it's only done that one bit there and not the whole thing. Can I do that? So what was it? Schematic tools. Where was it? Connection tools. Replace connection type here. I have to do it one by one. It looks like I do. So I think this is going to be, this would be okay for just like the one. But yeah, if we're going to have to do like 4 wires, I think what I'll do is I'll just click this connection, right click it, and then now you can't see because it's gone off screen. Bloody hell, that's annoying. So I right click it there, and then I should be able to like copy. Yep, copy, and then paste. And now we've got a new control connection, and then now I should be able to like, I don't know, open block or something. Control connection, change it to Ethernet, or just change it to network. Network connection, and then we'll define this as green. So control single wire, sure. Let's make it slightly thicker. So width, let's do the 1 mil. Cool. Click save. Yeah, it wants to go in connections. Okay. So I did this with my 0 volt connection, which is why I have that. So save, close. Yeah. So we can delete this one. So now we should hopefully. Yeah, look at that. And so that's much easier. Double click it and call it ETH1. Lovely. Cool. And then now it's just a rinse and repeat for all the other ones. So we've done our PLC. I think what I wanted to do was do it based on. Okay, well let's just carry on. So next one is PC. So block generator. Nope. PC show. So I need to. How do I now? Oh gosh. What I want to do is I want to generate a block for my PC, which I'm sure I've already done. So block generator. Nope. 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 So why can't I do? How have I just done this? I'm losing my marbles. Let's go power distribution, PC. I've just done it right. So PC show. Okay, connection ports. Okay, cool. Terminals, connectors. So one of these, right? And then block generator. Okay. Then generate block or just add. Generate block. Nope, not that. Add communication port to top. All right, we've done that. Then now generate block. Now do PC. PC ETH. PC network. Yep, and then put it in networking. You see, it takes me some time just still getting my head around. Also, I'm working on a really zoomed in resolution, which is disorientating me because I can't see all of my options and stuff. So, back to network now. Networking again, and then now we've got a connection at the top this time for our PC. I believe we can actually change the size of this as well to make it a bit more suited. Yeah, we can. Yeah, so if I do this, click on the port and then push it right, I can make it fit more of the size of a PLC. Cool. All right, and then so this one, that's the PC. Let's link it to our actual PC. There, that's linked. Now go to connections, our new connection type, and then done. Cool, lovely. All right, and then we can call that ETH2. All right, what's next? So, PLC, PC, Arduino Opta. So that's our PLC2. Block generator, nope. Show, IO. Click here. Block generator, add communication port to the bottom. Where's it added that? It's added that down here. Okay, let me just check what the Arduino port is called. So it's just called ETH or RJ45. So we'll call it ETH. And then we click that, generate block, Arduino network. I don't really have a good convention for my names. So networking, okay. Saved, yep, close it, close it. All right, and then now networking, Arduino over here. Let's make it slightly wider. And then we want to link it to our PLC. So it's just kind of a rinse and repeat, right? There, linked that. And then now connections, Ethernet. Let's go this way. Missed a bit. Cool. All right. What's my last thing? I can't think really. So that's actually it. My fourth port that I'm using is not actually spare. It's connected to my home network. So I think what I'll do is I'll just do this, just to show that it's not spare, but it is. Let's do drawing, text, and then connection to home network. Maybe make it 36, bold. Maybe we even do this. Cool. All right. I am very happy with that. I think that looks great. That gets the point across super quickly what everything is in my network, how it's connected. And yeah, cool. All right. If you're happy with that, leave a like. Hopefully you learned something. I think it's pretty powerful, SkyCAD, really. Like the fact that I can do that, and so I think now this is something that I'm probably not going to do, but I might show you anyways. No, okay, I won't, because I don't want to conflate the video with two different things. But if I create a wire schedule now, or cable schedule, those Ethernet wires will show up, which is pretty cool. Cool. Alright, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. So we will start doing our layout and stuff in the next video, so that should be pretty good. Cool. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye bye.